My name is Luke Poljak, and I am a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I was looking for a barn for my daughter at the Delaware County Fair, and I found Stockhands. And I thought, I've tried everything else. I've tried medication. I've tried finding my answers at the end of a bottle. I've gotten in a lot of trouble. So I said, why not horses? I mean, it looked cool. I figured, why not? And when I got here, I was met by Pete and Tim, and it was kind of nice to have actual combat veterans that I could connect with. Coming to Stockhands, I still feel the same, but everyone tells me I'm different. And I look at my mannerisms, how I've grown as a person, how I've learned to be a lot more patient. Kind of going with no end goal in life and not knowing who I am or what I want to actually having a future. The biggest thing I wanted from Stockhands was to be able to have a full night's sleep. That's all I wanted. And after getting that, I was really impressed to go from no sleep to full night's rest. Something I haven't had in 15 years. I know for myself, when I first came back from Iraq, when it first started, we got parades, everyone shook our hands, everyone was grateful. And then after that, nobody cared. And that's the way our nation seemed. Everyone forgot about Afghanistan. Nobody really cared about Iraq anymore. It was business as usual. So instead of having that love and confidence that this is what we were doing it for, we just had a small group, which really isolated us. So we tended to kind of internalize everything, find answers at the end of a bottle, get into fights, kind of want to go back to where we were. And I know everyone deals with things differently. And I would it's nice to have something like this, to know that other people actually care. And for people to go, yeah, Luke's having a bad day, but we don't know why. We don't know what he's dealing with. And then I can look at other veterans in the same way. And I know when I ask them, how you doing? They go, I'm okay. No, you're not. But I know eventually they do, because I can see their body language. They look like intense, and they just start to calm down, and they start to yawn, and they start to just kind of get sleepy eyes. And it's really awesome. And I can't say enough about this place. I just don't want other combat veterans to feel that they're alone, that nobody cares for them. I think for my experience, it can be really tough for veterans to get out and feel part of something. And I just don't want people to feel alone, I guess. Because I know we all deal with our own demons in our own way. And it's just, they should never feel alone. And there's so many of us who kind of fought the same battles that we want them to know that we made it through and we're still fighting it, but at least they're not alone doing it. And the horses definitely help with that. They're definitely the best listeners, and they definitely have the biggest shoulder to kind of lean on. And they just know. You don't have to explain to them, they just kind of know. And it's nice to be able to kind of BS people, but the horses just know you're just falling apart on the inside. So that's the biggest thing I liked and want to share with other veterans. I would encourage veterans to give it a chance and trust more in your veteran at first than the horse and kind of get to know it. I know I was really intimidated of the horse. I thought they were going to bite me, take off with me, kick me. And if anything, they were more spooked of me than I was of them. My favorite horse, Sweet Pea, she was really patient with me because I was horrible. I knew nothing. I looked like I was sitting on an Easy Rider chopper. I was absolutely horrible. And I remember being afraid to kind of get on by myself. And I remember Tim telling me to stop embarrassing him as a Marine and get my butt on the saddle. And then I just was not going to be told to be a wimp. I was not going to be embarrassed in front of another service member, let alone another Marine. So I got on and realized, wow, this is easy. And then I just started realizing to trust the horse again. And for me, it was learning to trust again. That was the hardest part. Being a veteran, I kind of connect more with other veterans, and I can reach out to them and ask them something I don't understand, or how are you holding it together? I know we have some older veterans who come out here, and I can ask them, how did you make it this far? And it's nice to kind of be able to lean on some of the Vietnam vets and ask them how they've gone through so much, and they're still kicking. And that community is just so nice. It's something that I know that you can't find at the end of a bottle. I would tell you you're not alone, that we're here, and we'd rather stay up all night and listen to you moan, whine, and cry than go to another funeral. I have been to a few, and they're definitely not fun. And then they leave us with all that pain. So they don't do us any favors when they take their lives. They just make our life harder. And then instead of being able to drink beer or water or do anything, instead of being able to show pictures of our family, we just have to go to their funeral or hear that they off themselves years later and nobody knew. And that's not fair to us. I personally feel that if you can shed blood and you can fight and you can die for your country, that you could definitely reach out to your brothers and sisters and ask for help. And it's okay. I know some of the veterans here, it's just being around them. That's all they need. That's all I need sometimes. Just to be around like-minded and goof around, crack jokes, or just say nothing. But they're just not alone. You're never alone.